Good morning. We are back on AM Live this morning, and we are on this morning with Dr. Pamela Sharp.
Hi, Doctor.
Hello.
Ed said that he had something going on with his neck he wanted you to look at, but we found out that
says the
you
wrong
are not a
doctor.
doctor of
No,
medicine.
I'm a
You
doctor
are
of children's
doctor
art.
of children's art.
So she painted a smiley face on my
So
neck.
she painted, and he feels so much better
It's a
already.
miracle.
It's a miracle. She's scared. So, Dr. Pamela, tell us what you're here with your beautiful art this morning, and what you do for the children in the community.
Thank you. I am the director and the teacher and the janitor at the Children's Studio in Sutter Creek, which is at 293 Hanford Street
Okay.
in the
Exactly.
old chocolate factory. Most people know where the chocolate factory was. And I teach art after school to youngsters, and I have a summer program. But I brought some work today and thought I would show you the kinds of things that we do at the Children's Studio.
Awesome. What do we got?
Well, first of all, this is construction. We have a whole city that we made called Silver City. Everybody voted on the name of the city. And it's about 16 feet long, and it has many, many buildings. Here's some examples. This is the library, and it's actually a flying library, so that when it's time to take your books back, the library comes to you, and it has some rockets here in the back end, so that it rockets its way to your house to pick up the book.
Nice.
This is a climbing structure that goes in our city in one of the parks. There's many. There's a skateboard park, and everything is made out of cardboard and little sticks and
Sounds like my
natural
car.
things.
Popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
And then this is a little book that this artist made to show that that's the library.
That's
and
cool.
So we also do some work with tiny sculpture with tiny clay, but we use real clay too. This is a regular earth clay that we get in Murphy's, California, and it's the same kind of clay that we have in Amador County. So this is a little house made out of clay.
Now, do you have a kiln?
I don't have a kiln, but Chaos Artworks down the street fires things for me.
Oh, very
that's
cool.
nice.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And then we have regular drawing and painting. We do portraits.
Hey, look at you and me, Amy.
Oh, there it is. And I have green hair.
I have sideburns.
Sideburns and pink hair.
Pink.
How about blue hair? It's
Oh,
pretty
there you
great.
go.
Pretty
Yes.
great.
There's a bunch of people in my neighborhood with blue hair.
Yeah.
Is there?
Amador County.
That's right.
Now, how long have you been doing this, Doctor?
I have been teaching children art for more than 50 years, but I retired from San Jose State
Okay.
and kind of kicked around and thought, what am I going to give to this community? What have I got to give? And I really love teaching art. So here I am.
And how long have you been over there at the studio?
Going into my 4th year. And
What are the ages of the children that are?
children are from 5 to 12, and it's a tuition-based program, but I have a lot of scholarships, and families get a discount for the second child or third child. But my requirement is that they always come. It's a sequential program, so that we're learning concepts all year long, and they build into some final pieces. And here's some examples of some concepts. This is the concept of light and dark, where we have worked for changing colors with inks. And we show, in this one especially, how things that are in the background are lighter colored and things that are in the foreground are darker colored. So we do straight art and design concepts. We also study artists. And this was a study of some work by Picasso where he made some wonderful paintings out the window of his studio. And they had pigeons on the porch. So children could think about what they saw out the windows of their house or what they would like to see out the window of their house. And then they made a painting of it. So here's the window in the very Picasso-esque style. And she would like to see more chickens in her yard. And here's
What
one.
kid wouldn't want to have chicken?
Right?
Yes, here's one that's also got the window. in the dove. So Picasso made many, many doves. We also often think of Picasso's work as very abstract, but he made some very realistic pieces, which are really great for kids to see. And we just do watercolors so you can see some of the effective. We play a lot with loose colors. I'm a very kind of free artist, and so we learn about the concepts, but then we apply them any way we want. So this is a watercolor.
That's beautiful colors.
Isn't it? Mm-hmm. And this summer, we just finished a study of Chinese artists and Chinese painters and painting with ink and a brush. And so everyone did mountains with a gorge and a mountain in the back, and we learned about rocks, and we learned about spaces, and we learned about clouds. So that was a piece.
On parchment paper?
This is rice paper. This is real rice paper. One thing we do in our studio is that I was an art supervisor for many years and always grouchy about providing children with really crummy materials. And school budgets are small, I know. But anyway, so I buy real grown-up art material. So it's the real thing that kids can do. You can't do this kind of painting with crummy tempera paint.
Sure.
This is real watercolor, real tubes of watercolor.
Before we run out of time, I understand you're going to be at the county fair.
I'm going to be at the county fair. Can we have one more?
Yeah, sure.
Here's a wiggly line drawing. So it shows that
You're making me seasick.
the boat is
I'm feeling
moving.
a little dizzy there, I think.
Here's a wiggly line drawing that shows that sun rays come bouncing out of the sun,
Very nice.
and that animals have wiggly fur.
Mm-hmm. That almost looks like a
But
bear.
the cloud was
Every
really,
child is
and
afraid
the
of
sky
it.
was really quiet.
We have about 30 seconds. What would you like to tell us?
I would like to tell you that you're welcome to come and see us. We're there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday during the summer from 10 till 2. If you would like your children to take some of the summer programs, we have a few openings left. There's an application form on the porch of the studio. They can come and get one and fill it out.
And you will be at the fair?
I'll be at the fair in the Youth Arts Building, and we do crafts and we do painting.
Great.
Dr. Sharp, thank you so much for
so
coming
much
in.
for coming on.
Nice to be here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, everybody.